to help yourself first of all, and secondly to help other people around you, as far as health is concerned. So let me start. I have quite a few number of slides to present. So let me start now. So welcome to you all again. Can you see? I hope you're able to see my slide.
Yes, we can.
Oh, fantastic. All right. So that's the topic for today. It's very, very important. I mean, this is what we're going to be talking about today. So let me move on. Welcome to you all again. And so let's, this is very, very important because again, when we're talking about supplementation, we have to go back to nutrition, which is very, very important. And you can see there, poor nutrition equals poor health. Obviously, if whatever you are eating, if it's not balanced, it's going to reflect on your general wellness. So, like when many people are battling with different chronic diseases nowadays, it all starts with poor nutrition. What are you eating? Is it balanced? This decoding nowadays, whatever we think is balanced is not the same as in the olden days, as those consumed by great-grandfathers and grandparents, I should say. So because of poor nutrition, people, they feel run down, they're always tired, they're stressed out. Okay, so we as human beings, we eat food just for the sake of eating it. There's not nutrients, because most of the food we are consuming, they are empty calories. So let's move on. This, according to the World Health Organization, they said that this was the dietary guideline, which they stated a few years ago. They said that we human beings, we should consume at least 5 to 9 portions of what you can see on a daily basis of fruits and vegetables. Very, very important. And are we doing so? No, we are not. This is why many of us are sick. And you can see that this is another one, less than 23% of people actually consume what we call 5 portions of fruit and vegetables on a daily basis. And this was a research which was carried out by, this was in Kenya, stepwise. This was a survey which was carried out, although it was done in 2015, but still valid. Where they said that many Kenyans, only 6% of Kenyans, can you imagine, only 6% of Kenyans, even if you go to today's research, you find it be less than 6%. 6% of Kenyans consume fruit and vegetables as per the World Health Organization recommended. So what is happening to what you call the nutrition nowadays? You find that, again, we may say we are eating well, okay, big question mark on that. But again, you find, according to research, you find that there's what we call nutrition deficiencies. Maybe as you can see there, many of us are deficient of, I call this micronutrients, okay, micronutrients, like selenium. Selenium is a trace mineral, that's very important to prevent us against what is growing nowadays, especially in this nation of ours, cancer. So that's very important, selenium. Magnesium is also very, very important. Magnesium performs over 300 different biological processes in our system. Very, very important. If you're deficient in magnesium, you'll be having a lot of these essential micronutrients, you'll be having a lot of issues, especially to do with muscular cramps and all that, apart from other benefits or other processes within the system. B vitamins are also very, very important. This is what so many people will lack. If you lack of B vitamins, maybe through not eating properly or through medication, like what is happening recently, you find many people with an what they call that's antacid. Antacid. If you're on antacid, you find that it tends to deplete your B vitamins. So that could cause a nutrition deficiency. Iodine also very important when we talk about iodine. Many people are also deficient, especially with the food, with the water we are taking nowadays. If most of this municipal water, they contain fluoride, and fluoride and iodine, they're the same. Fluorine and iodine, the same. If you go back to your basic biology or biochemistry, I should more to be precise, you find the iodine and the fluorine, they're on the same, then they're on the same periodic table. So they tend to displace one another. And again, because of the municipal water, which many of us you consume, find that which is full of fluoride. So that can cause depletion of, even if you are, say you're taking a normal proper balanced diet. If you are taking if you are using the water which contains a lot of fluoride, you find that your system be deficient of iodine. In addition to that, in Kenya, we find that the water naturally is already full of fluoride. Okay, so that can you actually get rid of iodine in your system, which can manifest in when we're talking about goiter and many other biological system. So these are the deficiencies that we are facing nowadays. Okay, as I said before, many people, when you talk to them about the topic of today, they be saying, oh, I'm eating well, I'm eating a balanced diet. They don't realize that a well-balanced diet is vital for the health of your body, mind, body, and soul. Unfortunately, as I said, there are plenty of food claiming to be healthy, but are they? They're not, especially nowadays, we're talking about all this uh, microwave food, all those ready-made food with people because they don't have much time to spend in the kitchen. They buy all this ready-made food to go and warm up. You don't know what they can. You never know what you never know how unbalanced they are in terms of nutrition. Now look at this. I call it junk food. Many people they eat too much food. Again, what is all this? It's all rubbish. I call it empty calories. Can you see that? It's full of sugar, additives. These are all this full of nitrates, which can cause cancer. All those I would say Kenya favorite. All those sausages. Okay, you can see them there. These are also fried food, fried in all those type of oil which we don't recommend anymore. Saturated oil. So it's so bad that the nutrition is so bad nowadays that we as many parents, not me, I'm not me included, okay? Many parents nowadays, because they don't understand proper nutrition, and so it's a pity that the children, they suffer the same thing, in that the children, they're not fed on proper nutrition. You find that called it, as I said, junk food. If you talk about vegetables, which you said we should be consuming 5 portions of fruit and vegetables on a daily basis, as already mentioned, you find that if you ask children, and when you talk about vegetables, they only know about potatoes, which is just carbohydrates. This was a research done some years ago. So children, they suffer the same fate as because the parents, they are not knowledgeable about proper nutrition. Look at this. Some people in the same city, this is what they eat. I call it junk food. Look at this. This is devoid of essential nutrients, nutrients to optimize our immune system. Look at it. This is what many people consume on a regular basis. You can see I can see maybe the skuma wiki there, which has been cooked to death, devoid of nutrients, essential nutrients, which are supposed to optimize our immune system. That's already burnt. The mere fact that we this the Kenyan favorite yamachoma, everything roasted. The process of preparing this type of meat is known to cause cancer. The flaming, which many people don't understand. So this is fully devoid of essential nutrients to optimize our immune system. So as you can see, many of us, many people, they are overfed in terms of, they're overfed, they're eating a lot, but undernourished. As you can see here, maybe as a nutritionist advised me to go on carbohydrates, ensuring garlic covers all at least the space on my plate. You can see that. So I'm sure many of you understand what I'm saying here. So it's just to make you understand that we are eating a lot, but whatever we are consuming, they're not full of they're devoid of essential nutrients. You can see that you can see that ugali has already made this one is being cooked to death. That's the meat there. So again, another research, another favorite apart from ugali, they find that even the flour we use for chapati, according to certain research some years ago, they find that only 20% of the maize used for wheat flour to make ugali, they meet the stipulated standard micronutrients. That was according to government survey some time ago. So the garlic which we are consuming that may be balanced as form of carbohydrates to give us energy is not is devoid of essential nutrients. This one is camouflage here with a bit of something, maybe they call it vegetable and tomatoes. And it's not, that's not good nutrition. At the end of the day, it's going to give you all those, become roly-poly, regular consumption, empty calories. You can see, we've already mentioned about all this. Let's move on. This is what also the Kenya favorite. You find on the weekends, you find many established, many I would say, eating joints. There you find many of the guys there consuming this, and together with the alcohol, and this is why many people are sick. We're a sick nation. These are called silent killers. And again, according to research, it's been known to be one of the main reasons why there's an increase in prostate cancer, because the way the process of roasting this maize. All right, again, alcohol is a toxin, and they find it, which nowadays I have to mention it, if you are taking an alcohol, it's known as oxidant, and it contains a lot of all these things which can be detrimental to our general wellness. Nowadays, because I don't know, maybe because of the state of the nation, there's a lot of depression going on, and people, they sort of take alcohol as a way to forget about their sorrows, which is very sad. So I live near Kiambu Road, and if you look just Kiambu Road near me, there are lots of many shops selling alcohol. So alcohol is not it's an anti-nutrient. So what are other challenges of 21st century? So as you can see, there could be a reason why some of you are here to look today to listen to me in terms of the importance of supplementation. That you can see, if you're already getting a good variety of whole food, which is what we recommend into your diet, and you're feeling healthier. Okay, maybe that could be the reason why you want to know how you can have better understanding about your diet. If you're dealing with a particular health challenges that your research has found that is positively help with specific antioxidant, maybe that's the reason why you want to listen to me today. If you are under such stress, like I said, there's been an increase stress increase in the nation, okay, such as environmental, or maybe environmentally, or maybe with other reasons, job-wise, lack of other opportunities are there, or by maybe stress due to lifestyle, as I was already mentioned, so that the tables, that table food are just not enough or workable for you. Maybe that's the reason why you're listening to me today. Let's move on. So let's talk about the definition of this important topic for today. This was a research which was done in 2002, which is still valid. Food supplements, by definition, they are foodstuff that are meant to supplement the normal diet. Very, very important. Supplement is not a replacement for whatever you eat. It's to bridge the gap in whatever is missing in the food you are eating to sustain enough energy and vitality. Very, very important. That's what we are talking about today. These are concentrated sources of nutrients or other substances with nutritional or physiological effect. That's the definition when we're talking about food supplement. Okay, this was research by directive, food supplement directive in 2002, which is still valid. As I said, these are food we consume. So when we're talking about food supplement, they are there just to bridge the gap in whatever may be missing in order to optimize our immune system or for general wellness. So why do we need supplementation? What we're talking about today? Many of us have a very busy, hectic lifestyle, which is always very, very difficult to have time to cook. So cook really fresh food, organically produced and properly cooked, what we're talking about. So this is why supplementation is of great importance. So supplementation, as we've seen there, is going to be the answer. Even as I said before, given the current cancer epidemic, especially in this nation, I was passing around Nairobi, I could see 4 centers, 2 new ones for there's a cancer diagnostic center and treatment for cancer. Because it's according to prediction, they said that cancer is going to be on the increase in this nation. So people are getting those, they are getting prepared, making sure they have all those centers for diagnostic and treatment for cancer. So I believe that we should all be taking some form of supplementation because of all this current issue with the cancer rates. So why do we need supplementation? So again, you can see the hybridization. Hybridization is one of them. Okay. So what does that mean in real term? Give a scientist an inch, we take a mile. So nowadays, scientists, due to the research they do, you find that they are preparing not real food. Like I've seen some, they call it soya beans, replacing for meat, those artificial food, meat, artificial, which is not like real meat. It's not enough to give you the essential vitamins that you need for optimum health, like the B vitamins to prevent anemia. Okay, so the scientists, they do a lot of research. They do research. They're bringing out this. They're not good. When in terms of good supplementation, they're not good enough. Okay, another one is nowadays we have all these things we spray on the farm. I mentioned in my last presentation to you guys, pesticide. We're using a lot of pesticide, herbicides on the farms, and unfortunately, many of those people on the farms, they are not protected in this nation. So this can cause depletion in the food they take. Like for example, I mentioned in my last presentation about glyphosate, which is present what we call Roundup. Okay, it's a pesticide chelating agent which binds with soil minerals, therefore causing depletion in the soil that's supposed to give us good crops. So glyphosate is being classified as class 2 human carcinogen. So, and when we're talking about the soil, which is supposed to give us good nutrients, when you start spraying herbicide and the pesticide, it's going to cause mineral deficiency. The soil is continuously depleted of essential nutrients. So another reason for supplementation is transportation. Most of the food we buy in the shops nowadays, they're imported from other countries. Like for example, oranges. Okay, oranges supposed to contain a lot of vitamin C, but because of the length of time it takes to get to this country, you find that the amount of vitamin C there is not the same as when you pick it from that tree, which is sun ripened. Okay, not artificially ripened, sun ripened, and you pick it's not the same. The content of vitamin C there, and the same happens with other produce which we import into this nation. Okay, very, very important. I hope you're following me. Harvesting as well. Harvesting, it's another reason. It's a long procedure. When you harvest food, the longer it stays there, the less the amount of nutrients it contains. Storage, the same thing. Cooking. And again, as I showed you before on those pictures, we're supposed to be eating 5 portions of fruit and vegetables on a daily basis, but because vegetables like skuma wiki, which contains a lot of nutrients, especially those ones that binds to heavy metals, which can cause cancer. Those were like skuma wiki, broccoli, so many different vegetables that we're so fortunate to have in this country. Okay, we are consuming them, but because of overcooking happens to destroy those micronutrients we're supposed to give us optimal wellness. Processing, again, doing processing, a lot of minerals and vitamins they are depleted. I will show you in the next slide. Processing can cause depletion of essential micronutrients. We are eating a lot of refined food nowadays, as I showed you earlier. Everything is refined. When you're eating all those type of food, they're not good for general wellness. We're exposed to what you call anti-nutrients. We live in a polluted environment more and more. I will show you in another picture on the slide. We live due to pollution also that can cause a lot of can actually can cause a lot of nutrition deficiency. If you're on drugs, as I mentioned, many of the drugs like proton inhibitors and Santax, those are antacid. So many of them. Apart from what is it? Many of these, all those pain relieving medication can actually cause a lot of nutrition deficiency, which may requiring the importance of requiring us to supplement. Very, very important. Prescribed drugs, apart from many other side effects. Alcohol, I've already mentioned, is an oxidant. If you smoke, smoking is going to deplete your body of essential and many more. So I hope you are following. So we are living in a chemical age. You can see also many chemicals we're consuming. You can see them in water. All these things, okay? Antibiotics, all these things can cause depletion in the nutrients we're consuming. So going back again, side effects of medication, if you are taking statins, which is what they are warning people about nowadays. If you are taking statin, it can deplete it's a medication to reduce cholesterol in the system. They will give you cholesterol a bad name, not doing that cholesterol, some are good, some are bad. So you find that if you're on this statins can come in form of, that's the main one, it can come up with atorvastatin, Lipitor. This all under what you call statins, okay? Maybe some of you are familiar with them. So if you are taking this, when it can deplete your body of essential micronutrients like the B vitamins. Very, very important. And again, another thing you need to notice here, this is also very important. It can deplete your body of CoQ10 enzyme. And this is very, very important for cellular nutrition. That's for energy, which is based in the mitochondria. Sorry to take you back there to your basic biology. So basic CoQ10, if you are taking this medication, or this medication may to lower cholesterol, it can deplete your body of CoQ10, and you suffer from chronic fatigue. Another drug here, very popular, especially those on antihypertensive drugs. Because of one of the side effects of those drugs is they cause water retention or fluid retention. So now they give you water pill. We call it diuretics. And if you furosemide, and you can see another popular one is Lasix. They can deplete your system of potassium, and potassium is very important to balance the blood electrolytes. Potassium and sodium, they have to be balanced. So when you're on this type of medication, this can cause nutrition deficiency. And you can see here many diabetic medication. Also, they can deplete your body of essential nutrients apart from vitamin B12 and vitamin B9. Also CoQ10. This metformin glucovage. I'm sure many of you are familiar. You've heard about all this medication before. And many people, they are antidepressant. As I said, the state of the nation is not very good. Many people, they go to the doctor, they complain to the doctor, and immediately they dish out antidepressant, which can cause depletion in the amount of sodium in the system, which can also cause a lot of I would say, causing imbalance in the blood, because you have, as I said before, you have to have balance between potassium and sodium. So sometimes this may be due, if you're on this medication, it can cause reduction in the amount of sodium in your system. If you're on blood thinner, look at this, blood thinners, warfarin, heparin. Those are the heparin is the injectable one, can also cause a lot of nutrition deficiency. Okay, so those are the things. Those are antacids work. It's known, Gaviscon is known to deplete the B vitamins. So, and this is still valid. So antibiotics, it's got if people on antibiotics, the doctors here, they dish out antibiotics just like sweets. Antibiotics is known to cause a lot of nutrition deficiency, especially leading to leaky gut, or making your gut to start becoming leaky, causing which can lead to what you call chronic, a lot of chronic digestive issues. Okay, stress. We've already mentioned about stress. It's a killer. So that when you are stressed, it can cause a lot of depletion in your nutritional in the whatever you would take. Okay, this was a study which was done. There was a meeting which was done in America, and they found out that some women on this platform. I hope you are listening. Okay, this it was a study with a meeting was held in America some time ago. They found that some of the black the hair products for black people, they are not properly researched, and they tend to actually affect they cause nutrition deficiency in our system. Apart from what you're seeing here, all these things can cause nutrition deficiency. You see, you are eating, but whatever you put on your head can go eventually travel down into your bloodstream, causing nutrition deficiency. Oh, this is what is happening now. This more nowadays. You say you rubbish in, rubbish out. With all this rubbish we are pushing into the ocean, everything the garbage end up in the ocean. We've got to remember that. You know, a lot of plastics is known now to poison our bodies. Okay, plastic is even plastic they've been found they've been found in the human brains. No, so it's not called them microplastics, eaten by fish and other sea animals. So they give it back to us when we consume fish as well. You can see it's been found microplastic in human penis and all that. So these are all the things you think you are eating, but if you are eating all this microplastic, it's going to affect your digestive system, causing nutrition deficiency. Apart from other things, we are exposed to a lot. We call it free radicals. Free radicals are what can cause a lot of damages in our system. And you can see each human cells receive at least 10,000 damages of free radicals every day. Can you imagine that? That was done by Dr. Bruce. And you can see exposure of all these free radicals that are known to cause cancer. You can see all the destructive effects that has been responsible for over 60 different chronic diseases, free radical damage. We're talking about, don't forget, this part of what is causing a nutrition deficiency with our, what we call increasing the importance of supplementation. You can see all these are all free radicals, which we are constantly exposed to more and more nowadays. This is why I was talking about pollution here. And you find that some of these polluted rivers, they end up in the soil, and the soil where we grow food, causing nutrition deficiency, polluting the soil, so we are not able to get proper crops. And when you don't get proper crops, whatever you grow, you're going to get nutrition deficiency in terms of when you finally consume the crops. Okay. I don't want to put you through this, but again, this is very, very important when you talk about free radicals. They can cause damage at cellular level. You can see, just to take you back quickly, this is your cellular membrane there. Then in the middle, okay, this is cytoplasm. In the middle, you have here the nucleus, where you have your DNA. That's your genetic material. So if you are not protected, if your body is constantly exposed to what you are called those damaging free radicals, if you are not protected in terms of nutrition, you find that it will not only stay here, it will now go inside the nucleus, causing the damage to all this your DNA here. So you are wondering what is happening. There's more story, but it's not for me to explain today. It'll be on another presentation. When the body is exposed to free radical damage, the consequence. So you can see all those things can cause all these different diseases exposed to free radical damage. Okay. Toxins, we move on, okay, can also interfere what we expose, heavy metals. This is what I said. I was talking about those, the vegetables we are consuming nowadays. If we're cooked to death, they cannot help us to protect us against these heavy metals. They normally, when you don't cook them when you eat them properly, you find that they help to bind to heavy metals, so they don't enter your system, causing damages. You can see this the fish nowadays. You find in Kisumu where now I've seen this. You find that the fish in that part of the Kenya is not like the one from Lake Victoria anymore. They are now sending the one from produced by Chinese. So you find that it's not normal anymore. And when you consume all this fish, it's all tainted with a lot of, according to research, a lot of toxin. So that's causing nutritional deficiency. I was already mentioned about all these things. The food swage. Oh my goodness, there was one which was done on a place some time ago. I think it was sent to me by Catherine on this area on the Thika Road. I forgot the name of the area where somebody they did the research. They found that some of the vegetables supplied to the market they were planted on sweet effluent. Okay, imagine that, tainted with a lot of toxins and all that, causing nutrition deficiency. So this is what I was saying earlier, where we consume a lot of food that's been heavily processed. During processing, you find that especially flour, because the flour is deficient, because the amount of the 98% of chromium is depleted. Can you imagine if you are consuming white flour? And chromium is very, very important for managing blood sugar. No, the people are deficient of chromium, they have issues with diabetes. Okay, so white flour. Due to you can see during processing the amount of during process of sugar as well, depletion of chromium, which is very, very important. Rice, look at that percentage. Zinc, all this is the consequence of eating food that is highly processed. What happens? Life expectancy at the if you are consuming this type of food is life expectancy is reduced. Don't forget, as I said before in my initial presentation, good health equal good nutrition and good equal. We'll talk about this later. Good products. Okay. So these are the things they spray on the farm. I don't want to dwell on it. I've already mentioned it before. Glyphosate, Roundups. That's the fluoride. Exposure to all these pesticides, as I said, is a repeat for you. Pesticide again. This is the effect of glyphosate I mentioned. We are consuming a lot of genetically modified food, shortened for GMO. Acronyms, I said, God move over, God forbid. So this is what we are consuming nowadays, and we find that, especially in this nation, the maize it's not proper maize anymore. It's all GMO, corn, soya beans, all these things. Rapeseed oil, these are all GMO. And when you're consuming all this, you're going to experience a lot of nutrition deficiency. Right? We've already mentioned about this. Repeat for you, these problems, antibiotics, not only consuming the food, look at this. When we talk about antibiotics, not only in the pills that we take, those tablets, it's also we give antibiotics to the cows so that they don't die before they get to the slaughterhouse. Once you give the antibiotics, at the end of the day, who are the consumers of all this beef? It's us. I hope you are able to hear me. And again, this is why sometimes when we go sick and we consume antibiotics, the bacteria they develop the antibiotics, they don't work anymore due to resistance. So I hope we are understanding what I mean here. The food this was done, the food, the beef you eat, apart from full of antibiotics, you find that also to make them look fresh. This was published in 2017. This research is still going on. Let me tell you. So they make it look fresh. They do a certain mixture there, known as dawa yam. Excuse my pronunciation here. It's just drugs for meat to make it look fresh. So what they mix what you call sodium metabisulfate in water. They pour in the meat, so it's looking really fresh, but it's not in reality. This is very serious. You wonder what is happening. What is going on with our health? This is another thing. What we are consuming. This normal Kenyeji chicken. and this is full of hormones. All this can cause nutrition deficiency because these hormones can predispose one to a lot of issues like ovarian cancer, breast cancer. You wonder, nowadays, not even only 48 days. Now, within 30 days, you get fully grown chicken. What are we eating? All this, we are consuming all these things, causing nutrition deficiency. I call this is too much sugar. Okay, in this nation, I said if we should even increase the price of sugar because sugar is an oxidant, causing inflammation, causing nutritional deficiency at the end of the day. So look at all these things. All these things, all this transformer oil they've been using cooking oil. Some of this on roadside chips. People making chips. So it's a research was done. They found that they were using transformer oil to make the oil last longer. Nowadays, the food we're eating, the bananas. Okay, bananas, they are artificially ripened. Apart from other fruits, I'll just mention bananas because I've had bad experience of this the bananas. Okay, so apart from being grown with being genetically modified, they also to make them ripe within few days for the market. They drop in it with calcium carbide, and all these things and contain arsenic. Can you imagine? This is what we are consuming nowadays. Also, arsenic apart from antibiotics, they also use them for feeding chicken. This is what they also use. Again, sometimes when you go to buy meat, if you don't see fly, this is what they use as deterrent. Formerly, what they use in the mug. When they mention about a medication, or if you are on all this type of medication, chemo, radiation, all this sort of thing can cause a lot of problems in the whatever we eat. Okay, so let's move on. We've mentioned about fluoride. Now, anything containing oil, you don't use them in this type of plastic container because they can also cause what you call endocrine disruptors because of especially when you put them in that's the gadget in the kitchen, microwave. Then you wonder why people are nutrition deficient. This is causing a lot of people to become sick. So now what we are telling people is in terms of nutrition advice and lifetime medication, they should try and avoid unhealthy snacking. People are constantly snacking. What we call those snacks, they are full of salt, causing depletion of the electrolyte balance, and full of fat. All this saturated fat, unhealthy snacking. They're always constantly snacking. Then they wonder why they're obese. Tea and coffee, I know we're a tea drinking nation. We should limit the amount of tea we are consuming and coffee because they found to be diuretic. And when something is diuretic, if you say you are eating, you're supplementing, and it depletes the amount of minerals in your system. Okay, so apart from dosing it with a lot of sugar as well. Adding food products rich, this is what we are advising now. It's very important. You should be consuming a lot of protein like organic fish, chicken, and eggs. Very, very important. Stop smoking. This is and I'm glad. I'm seeing quite a few I'm seeing an increase in number of women smoking nowadays. I just when I see them, I really pity them. It's a slow suicide. Again, alcohol, as already mentioned, it causes damages to the nerves, causing also nutrition deficiency, especially B vitamins. If you're a big consumer of alcohol, don't cook with aluminum sulfuria because again, the chip can be very expensive. Many people nowadays, because many people are cooking with aluminum sulfuria, and the aluminum sulfuria is known to, especially when you cook acidic food in them, is known to cause damage to the brain. Okay, causing dementia and also cancer of the breast. Don't cook with glue. Okay, this is another favorite one. Those big containers, red, okay, with green top. Okay, I don't mention company's name. Okay, the shop is full of them. We know they are used in Chinese cooking. Monosodium glutamate (MSG). These are known to cause a lot of nutrition deficiency. It's also, especially when you cook it and the food being consumed by children, they are also known to be neurotoxic to the brain. You wonder why children are not performing because of whatever we put in the food for them to consume. Now, you can see here another nutritional advice is regular exercise activities are very important because this is known to increase the good cholesterol called HDL, high density lipoprotein, very, very protective type of cholesterol. Reduce stress and change your attitude. Meditation is very, very important. It can help in terms of managing blood pressure. That's according to research. You get proper sleep. Many people, they're not sleeping properly nowadays. So, because when you sleep is when that you can increase that melatonin, and that's going to help you to sleep properly. And when you sleep is there, you get cellular repair. Very, very important in terms of balancing your diet. Take your medication prescribed by your doctor. I'm a complementary practitioner. I never advise people, if you're already on medication, to stop their medication. You can do a gradual withdrawal, especially when you start using the product I'm going to talk to you about later. Gradually, you'll be able now to reduce those medication, which are known to cause a lot of side effects. So, now, these are the food we're talking about. All this is very, very important. It's not only skuma, you have broccoli. In terms of nutrition, this is a good one for in terms of proper food. When this is a proper food, contain a lot of macronutrients. Okay, so don't cook them to death. This is cruciferous vegetables. So it's not only skuma, there are many other vegetables we are so fortunate in this nation, which are very, very good for optimizing basic nutrition. Spices as well, these are also very, very important they're full of antioxidants to prevent exposure, to prevent those damaging free radicals in our system. Turmeric is anti-inflammatory. Curry, all those curry powders, very, very important. Fruits, because these are key fruits to help making sure that we are optimally okay in terms of our health. You can see here, full of all different colors, and they are full of antioxidants. Very, very important to make sure we are nutritionally balanced. As you can see, according to research, they are all very important in terms of managing blood pressure. All those bad things being laid down in the arteries. These are whole food, which is very, very important for containing a lot of essential minerals and vitamins. Minerals and vitamins, they work together, very, very important. So, like you can see there, which also we're very fortunate in this country, we have lots of different beans, very, very, very important for digestive system, for optimum wellness. So this is what I was saying. I've already mentioned all this junk food. Avoid them. Avoid eating all this stuff. All these are the things you should stop taking. Call it a crap. Carbonated drinks full of sugar and all the artificial coloring. Avoid all those refined food. All this is early processed food, as we mentioned before. So now let's talk about nutrition. Why do we have with the nutrition from Forever Living products, supplementation to bridge the gap in whatever is missing in our food? And the first, again, we're talking about we are toxic. Our system is because of all the garbage we take. So because people are really they are full of toxin, so that's why they are sick. So we have the solution forever. For that we have solution forever, like we have here. We have what you call our C9 here to bridge the gap in whatever is missing. Last time in my presentation, I will talk about the importance of aloe vera drinks, which is a food in a glass, contain all the essential minerals, all the essential amino acid for rejuvenation, and all the essential, basic essential macronutrients. So this is a part of a very, very important nowadays. We call it Forever C9 to detox, to liberate those toxins that's making us really sick, inability to maintain optimal wellness. So in Forever, we have this package, which I personally take for myself 3 times a year, because again, I'm very careful what I eat, and again, I may eat something unknowingly, which may make me get sick. In order to prevent that, I use this package from Forever Living Products called Forever C9, which is a package which contains Forever the drinks. You can see the drinks there, and other nutrients. I will not talk about this. I'll be talking about it when we're talking about the importance of detoxification in another presentation in future. So anyway, this is it. That's the package to get rid of any of those toxins that will be taken in order to experience a lot of optimum, I call it optimal wellness. It can help to rejuvenate your cells. Very, very important. You can sleep well after taking that. We already mentioned about this, so I'm not going to dwell on this today. We mentioned in my last presentation about the importance of taking this aloe. After already taking my first thing on an empty stomach in the morning, together with another one called a Pro B, which I'll be showing you. So when you take this, we mentioned it last time, it's going to enable your system to have maximum absorption. So it contains prebiotic. For those who are not in my last presentation last time, very, very important for your digestive system to make sure that whatever you're taking is maximally absorbed and get rid of all those bad bacteria in your system. So this is what I was saying last time. We have what you call active probiotic. This is very, very important. And imagine many of us, because of bad diet, you find that the ratio, this is the ratio of good, and let me repeat, in normal situation, the ratio of good bacteria should be 85 to 15. This is the bad one. But now this is the reverse because of what we're eating. So in order to achieve good balance, especially those bacteria in your digestive system, there are many of them, which is very, very important for your for general wellness. So they're very important for your immune system. They're very important for your mood, for your nerves. And don't forget, when we talk about digestive system, because again, as I was saying, 90% of medical challenges start from the digestive system. So making it's in terms of absorption of nutrients that we have in Forever Living products. So it's important that we're able now to use these products. We call it probiotic. And again, to remind you, don't forget, for optimal nutritional absorption, your digestive system, you find that 70% of your immune cells are based in your digestive system. The hormones, very important for your general wellness, for your brain to function properly, for your hormones to function properly, for your mood. 90% of your serotonin, which is a hormone, happy mood hormones, okay, they are based in your digestive system. And half of your nervous system, they're also based in your digestive system. This is why it's very, very important to make sure your digestive system is well balanced. So what do we have as a solution in Forever in terms of supplementation, which we are talking about today? Well, what you call Forever Pro B. Forever Pro B it contains a lot of beneficial bacteria. Here in Forever, we have one which contains, you can see there, it's in the capsule. Okay, it contains all these essential bacteria to balance those to balance your digestive system, so you're able to get the normal ratio of that good beneficial bacteria. So the Forever Active Pro B, with unlike the other ones in the market, you don't forget our products in Forever, they are scientifically researched. These are different. This probiotic, unlike other probiotic on the market, they are in a capsule. So which it means they because in the capsule it's only released when it gets to the big intestine where it's needed. So it's able to bypass the stomach acid. Most of the probiotic on the market, they get digested before they reach that colon where they are needed. So ours is fully protected. And again, you can see it's freeze-dried for protection of potency, and again for shelf stability. It also contains prebiotic, just similar one like in the Forever Aloe Vera drinks, and to sustain the probiotic contained within the capsule during storage. Very, very important. So this is also our probiotic is very, very essential, especially those people are always victims of food poisoning and those who are lactose intolerance. Okay, so it contains, you can see, it contains zinc, which is very good for cellular repair and for boosting the immune system. That's our Forever Pro B, and you take one on an empty stomach in the morning. One But if you are symptomatic, that means if you are sick, you take one in the morning on an empty stomach and one last thing at night. You can take with water or with aloe. That are forever food supplement for digestive health. Now, this is very, very important. The health of the colon. Because, guys, if you are listening to me, guys, on the platform today, there's been an increase in cancer of the colon, especially among the young people. So this is a very, very important food supplement to make sure we don't become a victim of cancer of the colon, because they help to balance those essential bacteria to keep us alive. And don't forget, those bacteria are so good for your brain health. But now, next time when we're talking, I'll be able to expand on that when we talk about increase in dementia in the nation. Okay, the importance of this probiotic. So these are another products here. Don't forget, we spoke about aloe, we spoke about Pro B. Now we're talking about another one. Unfortunately, we don't have it in Kenya at the moment, but we are hoping to get it. It's called Forever RG Plus. RG Plus is very important. We have 30 in the packet. 30 sachets, supposed to be taken one on daily basis. What are the this is part of the food supplement to bridge the gap in whatever may be missing from the food we eat. So call it RG Plus, containing L-arginine. Very, very important for optimum wellness. Why is it important? Because it's good to increase energy levels. It helps to maintain. People who are having issue with blood pressure, it's very good to balance the blood pressure. It's very good for your brain, cognitive function. So people with having dementia, this is highly recommended. It's very good to protect general wellness, especially your organs, okay? Increase in to support your immune system. And also it's very important to renew muscle growth. So those in sport as well, this is very, very important, especially again for increased energy. If you're in sport, you take about 30 minutes before you start. It's very good to increase performance. It's not those banned products. Okay, we're talking about doping. So this is well approved by the Anti-Doping Agency of United Kingdom. This is our Forever RG Plus. Very, very important. Full of a lot of nutrients, especially those antioxidants I was talking about earlier on. It's got so many other benefits. We're talking about balancing in terms of nutrition, as a nutritional gap. So especially those people who are having issue with fertility, the guys, is where it increases the sperm, the ability of the sperm to swim through to match the egg. So there are other things, but we're not going to focus a lot on that. But I'm just making sure, let me to make you understand the importance of RG Plus in terms of when we're talking about food supplementation. So that's another thing, good for your heart as a sexual function, very good for people also diabetics, anti-aging, wants to get old. So you take one sachet every day. So you can find out from Catherine later, called RG Plus. So another supplement which is also very important is our Forever Daily. Our Forever Daily contains over, as you can see there, it contains a blend of 55 micronutrients. We're talking about minerals and vitamins. They all work synergistically together. The body cannot absorb if it's deficient. If it's deficient of minerals, it cannot work properly if it's deficient of vitamins. So they both work together. So our Forever Daily contains a blend of all these 55 different nutrients. Very, very important for general wellness. It's all, you can see it's all natural. All these foods are put together, scientifically researched. So for Forever Daily, you take one twice a day, 1 times 2. So that's a good essential food supplement to bridge the gap in whatever may be missing in the food we are consuming nowadays. So that's another one. If you don't have, there's another one which I didn't show on the slide. We call it for Nature Me multi-minerals, which is also very, very important, containing selenium. As I mentioned at the earlier on the part of the early and as I showed you on the earlier slide here, we have what I would say is Forever Nature Me. Nature Me is very important also. If you don't want Forever Daily, you can take our Forever Nature Mint, which is full of a lot of minerals, especially magnesium and selenium, as I mentioned earlier on. So another one which is very, very critical here, you can see these are all scientifically researched. We call it Forever Omega-3. That's Arctic, that's a Forever Omega-3 fish oil from the Arctic Sea, which is not polluted at the moment. So this is where the our fish oil is extracted. You can see it's being researched by Dr. Dieberg. Again, just to remind you, our products, before they're available for you to buy, some of them take about 3 to 4 years of research. So Forever Living products, they are no nonsense products. They're natural. They're not like other synthetic or semi-synthetic products or nutrients on the market. They are good ones. And they do deliver provided you comply. So this is critical. We call it Forever Essential Fatty Acid because our body does not produce it. You can only take it by supplementation or eating oily fish, which we don't have in this nation. Okay, when we're talking about cold fish like mackerel, sardine, salmon, these fish, they're extracted from the flesh of the fish. So that's very, very important for your general wellness as a food supplement for your brain. Anybody with brain, you need omega-3 fish oil. Anybody with brain. So you don't have to say, you don't have to say it's only for certain people. It's for everybody. Anybody with brain will need this essential fatty acid. Very, very important for your general wellness. When you think about it, it's part of let me take you back to your basic biology. It's part of the makeup of that, the membrane, of the cellular membrane. Very, very important for the phospholipid portion. So it's critical for all of us to be taking this essential fatty acid. I take 3 capsules twice a day for general wellness, for for prevention of many chronic diseases. I'm not going to dwell on it. Another time, I'll be talking more about the importance of supplementing with Forever Omega-3. Oh, these are the ones there. Our Omega-3 contains not only Omega-3, also contains Omega-9. Okay, part of the omega-3, which is EPA and DHA. This DHA is the one that's essential for brain function. So, the EPA is also important for general wellness, especially for the hormones. So, contains omega-9, which is from olive oil, which is anti-cancer. And our, as you can see, unlike other omega-3 from on the market, ours, according to research, is safe. It's free from mercury, because now many of the seeds we have, they are polluted with mercury. But ours, according to scientific research, is free of mercury. Our fish oil. Well, as we were saying here, it's got so many beneficial effects. It's good for your eyes, for your brain, for your joints. What do you want? Just good for general wellness. So each capsule, you can see the amount of, it contains 225 EPA. It's quite a long name. I just searched for EPA, and 150 DHA, and also 150 milligrams of oleic acid, which is omega-9. So it takes 3 capsules twice a day, just with food. That may be before food, immediately after food, because it's oil-based. So this is very, very important micronutrients when we're talking about supplementation here. So those are basic ones. There are many other products, but those are basic nutrients for general wellness I'm talking about today. Okay, let me repeat for you. You take your aloe, you take your on daily basis, you take your probiotic, you take your Forever the minerals, either Nature Mint or Forever Daily. Okay, 1 times 2 tablets, very, very important. Now, what else do you take? You take your Forever Omega-3 fish oil. Those are the basic essential ones for general wellness, for essential food supplements, for optimal nutrition. Very, very important. Micronutrients, as I said. So Uh, Many people here, nowadays there are some people coming up with their own theory, which I am really, really totally against. They say they're using bath solid. That's from human poop. I said now, in order to make sure it's safe, don't use all those sort of things, and you fill the soil with minerals. Very, very important. That's the food. Basically, to be safe, grow your own. But many of us, we don't have space to grow our own. Even if we don't even have space to use the grow bag. So eh, because you cannot grow your own, to make sure you are eating organically produced food, this is why we're talking about the importance of supplementation today. So pay the farmers now. That's it. If I take all this antioxidant containing food, macronutrients, or if you don't take them, you'll be paying you can go sick and pay the farmer later. So very, very important. And now let me tell you about when you're taking food supplements, what are the results? Okay, result of supplementation. They help to boost your immune system. You will not become a victim of cancer, or you will minimize your chances of becoming a victim of cancer. Okay, don't forget that the cancer is not contagious. They are the result of what you lack or what you don't eat. So it's going to help you by supplementation. It's by supplementing with these essential nutrients or macronutrients I'll be talking about today. It's going to give you increased energy. It's going to give you strong, lasting energy because your body is going to be full of those CoQ10 produced from your mitochondria. Very, very important. And it's going to expand your intelligence for your brain, the ability to concentrate, and the memory is required. No, this is all required by supplementing with good supplements. Very, very important, especially ours, which is scientifically researched. Very important. And again, you can see, some people, when you look at them, they are actually age 30, but they look like age 60 because they lack supplementation. They're eating rubbish. So when they're taking this one, they are supplement from forever to bridge the gap in whatever may be missing. It's going to help them to look younger. They may be age 60, but looking like age 30. They enhance your appearance. Very, very important. So this is a very good, important reminder. When you are taking a forever living products, don't expect miracle within a week or two. They take time to assimilate into the system. Okay, so in forever, we are not just talking about adding years to your life. They are basically talking about adding. We are basically what we are doing here. We are looking for. So we are basically talking about adding life to your years. Very, very important. Okay, let me repeat. We are not just talking about adding years to your life. We are also talking about adding life to your years. Very, very important. I hope you understand this statement. So forever living products, they are no nonsense food supplements. They do help to rejuvenate. That means basically looking younger than your age. And very, very important for general wellness. Don't forget, these are not replacement for food. They're essential, scientifically researched, natural, free of GMO food supplements. And when you take them on a regular basis, they do help to make sure for longevity. Very, very important. I hope you understand whatever I've been talking about in terms of the importance of supplementation with forever living products today. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see there, your health is your wealth. Please do take good care of it. I hope I've not gone too much over my time. So, Catherine, are you there? Catherine?
Yes, I am here.
Okay. Oh, 30
Yes,
minutes over the time.